Daily sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sent them last week resolves itself this time around.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On play action, Rodgers. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Past the 20. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Now here are the Seahawks in great shape to start their first drive. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the 3rd overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
And I know that last year in 2024, New York Jets fans were watching him and saying, that's the guy we thought we were going to get. But he found his groove in Minnesota, finishing the top 5 in passing yards and touchdowns last year. Now in Seattle, where they proved that last season was no fluke.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Walker once more, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you give him the ball again with a...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Smith. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Now Darnold. This is caught. They give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. Darnold, a sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. He's got a full head of steam. And he's in. Touchdown. Jalen Warren. First touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now it's Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
That's good for a Seahawks. 1st down.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down.
To 2nd and 10 at the 35.
Again, Darnold. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Darnold. And this one is incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
For the Seahawks field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good for a Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
throwing is Rodgers.
Their 49-yard line.
Complete. It's Johnson. Could be four-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Rodgers with a keeper. And he will have the Steelers first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down. 1st and 10.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time. Home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
A 6-yard loss.
On 4th down, the Steelers called on Corliss Waitman to punt. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Darnold, he can beat you in a number of ways, and there the scramble for the first.
Seahawks, first down. A gain of 12. And the Seahawks
On play action, they'll throw.
As it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
That's another Seahawks.
Faking the give, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
Now Rodgers.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
Incomplete.
Now Rodgers.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Steelers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to widen their advantage. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize We can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
14. Seahawks.
So that drive, 4 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Back to throw, Darnold.
Gets this complete to Shaheed.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Darnold from the gun.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards.
Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Darnold.
Over the middle and complete to Shaheed.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
To throw is Darnold. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being
into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
A gain of 9. Brings
To throw, it's Rodgers.
At the 42-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
Now run the Warren.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Second down and a yard. On the run, it's Warren.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. It's our 2nd week in studio, 2nd week of the NFL season. Lots to get to, so let's get after it. Our tour around the NFL starts now at legendary Lambeau Field. It's the Packers at home to take on the Commanders. And this is Jaden Reed. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Packers even up their record at 1-1 as they get the win here. Meanwhile, let's check in on the Dolphins as they play host to the New England Patriots. And this is the newest Patriot signed away from Houston in the offseason, Stephon Diggs. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this one in. It's a 48-yard touchdown. The Pats, looking for a 2-0 start, they lead at the half. Lastly, let's go over to MetLife Stadium. The Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. And this is 4th-year back, James Cook. He tied for the league lead with 16 rushing touchdowns in 2024. He's got his first of the season right here. The Bills, trying to bounce back from a Week 1 loss, they lead at the half. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
First down. A gain of 29 yards. First down, Seattle.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Second and a yard at the Steelers' 40-yard
Play
line.
action. It's Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
Now Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Shaheed. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Joey Porter Jr.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
He's got the first down and more. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
10 more yards. That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here's Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 1-yard line.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Darnold down to throw. Rush coming in. He's taken down. Alex Highsmith. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They fell last week to the Jets, but they got the lead right now as they see the ball comes out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down.
Retains possession.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. That catch good for only a yard, and it will 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Malik Collins. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
Jump out! 26! Back north. Look at it.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Warren. And the ball is knocked out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. And going right back to Walker. Oh, what a move.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Another Seahawks first down.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done?
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Ken Walker, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try and run for it, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Steelers offense and their running back Jalen Warren headed back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
And right side, they're going to go option here.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to...
Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right? To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've
got to get this football back, able to get it done. I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
11-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll run it, Warren. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Warren will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Boswell for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, he shifts past him. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Caught at the 26. The Seahawks offense has Sam Darnold headed back out there. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Darnold. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And the tight end goes in motion left. That is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he loses the football a 2nd time. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Out of bounds. The offense
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that 1st down run.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle.
1 timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Darnold to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Seahawks, 1st down.
Now Darnold. Smith and Jigba with the grab.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 20-yard line.
Here's Darnold.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Outright to Smith and Jigba.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Incomplete. It's a turnover.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner, and let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So for Pittsburgh, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date